Good morning. A very warm welcome to all of you. A very warm welcome to our chief guest, Ms. Radha Chauhan, Chairperson, Capacity Building Commission, Government of India. Mr. Rakesh Bharti Mittal, Chairperson, Mohali Campus Advisory Board. Dean of the ISB, Professor Madan Pilutla. My colleagues at the ISB faculty and staff. Graduating students and their families and friends. I'm Deepa Mani, a faculty member in the Information Systems area and the Deputy Dean for Academic Programs at the ISB. We are delighted that all of you could join us today for graduation, the graduation day ceremony of the Advanced Management Programs of the class of 2025. It's wonderful to see all of you accomplished professionals on this momentous occasion. Before we begin, may I request you to please take a few moments to put your mobile phones on silent. Thank you. Let me begin by saying, class of 2025, we are here to celebrate not just your academic achievements, but your commitment to leadership in functions and sectors that shape our nation's future. Public policy, operations and supply chain, infrastructure, and healthcare. Many of you were leading teams, driving change and solving complex problems when you joined ISB. You had established careers and responsibilities. Yet, you chose to pause, to invest in yourselves, to deepen your expertise in these fields where the stakes could not be higher. It has been my absolute privilege to watch you balance the demands of rigorous academics with your professional commitments and personal responsibilities. Through this year, all of us have seen you bring your best to the classrooms, challenge conventional thinking, lean in and push forward by learning not just from us, but from each other. We hope that you will always keep the memory of this journey alive, and whenever life throws a curveball at you, I hope you will remember who you were at ISB. Empathetic, creative, tenacious, choosing growth over complacency, and remember the purpose that brought you here, to lead better, to solve harder problems, and to create systems that work for everyone. You will return to lead, of course, in very interesting times. Geopolitical uncertainties are impacting global agendas and policies for growth. A new class of technological innovations are impacting all work across all occupations, across all firms and sectors. Healthcare systems stretch to their limits, infrastructure that must support growing urbanization, operations that must incorporate radical technological advances while being sustainable, and policies that seek to balance growth with equity and inclusion. The sectors you serve are, of course, the foundations of a functioning society, a thriving society, and the decisions that you make will shape outcomes that go beyond your organizational boundaries. I want to remind you that you are prepared for this new world. You have learned here at ISB to be curious, to ask the right questions, make hard decisions, engage with diverse people, and most important, to keep learning and evolving. I know that you will make us proud, and you will build a nation that works, one with affordable healthcare, accessible to all, supply chains that are resilient and power economic growth, infrastructure that connects and enables, and policies that are rooted in evidence and empathy. I urge you to remember that your ISB journey does not end here. You are joining an incredible community of several thousands of alumni of this school who take a lot of pride in what ISB stands for and nurture it through continuous engagement with the school, be it recruiting, mentoring, or just communicating with us. And that pride is a responsibility that ISB does not take lightly. We will make sure that you will always be proud of your program, the school, and what we stand for. And you are as much as ISB as we are, and it's my ask of you that you nurture the ties with the school and be a force that the institution will be forever proud of. Stay connected to your cohort, to the mission that brought you here. Good luck, Godspeed. I'd like to now invite our Dean, Professor Madan Pilutla, to address the graduating class.
Thank you, Deepa. Good morning, all. I'll join Deepa in extending a very warm welcome to our distinguished graduation day speaker, Ms. Radha Chauhan, Chairperson, Capacity Building Commission, Government of India. Thank you very much for gracing the occasion. It's a real privilege to have you with us today. You, the students, are going to learn and be inspired by Ms. Chauhan's work in strengthening India's public institutions and nurturing leadership in governance in the very many different roles that she's played in the Government of India. My warm welcome and greetings also to the Chairman of the Mohali Campus Advisory Board, Mr. Rakesh Bharti Mittal, my colleagues from the faculty and staff, and of course, you, our graduating students, and your families. Today, we celebrate the graduation of 4 outstanding cohorts: the Advanced Management Program for Healthcare, the Advanced Management Program for Infrastructure, the Advanced Management Program in Public Policy, and the Advanced Management Program in Operations and Supply Chain. My heartiest congratulations to all of you. You've completed these rigorous programs while balancing professional and personal commitments. Yesterday, I realized the extent to which you balance. I saw a 4-month-old boy quite clearly born during the course of the program itself. So it was a male student, so I would like to thank and congratulate his wife because she was the big support. She did all the heavy lifting there, so congratulations. Doing such a rigorous program in the midst of all these responsibilities takes focus, discipline, and resilience. And as I implied before, it also requires the support of your families. So please take a moment to thank them for the support during the course of this rigorous program. Each of the sectors you represent play a crucial role in India's growth story. How we design policies, deliver healthcare, build infrastructure, and run supply chains determine how inclusive, efficient, and resilient our nation is going to be. What makes these programs really special is the diversity of professionals who bring together all different perspectives, come from different walks in life, from the government, from business, from development, from the social sector. This mix is what makes the learning experience in ISB so rich. You learn as much from one another as you do from your teachers in the classroom. We recognize that, we recognize the special nature of this course itself and what all of you bring to the classroom. This year is a very special year for the Indian School of Business. We enter our 25th year. Moments like this remind us why this school was created in the first place. ISB was founded on a simple but powerful idea. India needed leaders who could think globally but act in ways that were relevant to our local realities. Leaders who can turn knowledge into meaningful impact. And that's what we expect you to do as you leave ISB today. 2.5 decades later, that vision continues to guide everything we do. And each of you graduating today is part of that ongoing story. You are carrying forward ISB's mission to use education and research to build a stronger, more capable India. As you move forward in your careers, I'd like to offer 3 pieces of advice. First, use your privilege for the general good. History proves that technological leaps leave behind many, many people and many sections of society. Use your success not just for yourself, but to lift up those less fortunate than you. Be fiercely supportive, not just passively kind. Second, make learning your default setting. The moment you stop engaging with new ideas, you start decaying. Keep learning. It's your greatest competitive advantage. And 3, and the most important, take the big risk. The world is not suffering from a shortage of smart people. It's suffering from a shortage of bold action. The biggest challenges require the brightest among you to set aside fear and take monumental risks. Go out there, be brave, and make an impact that echoes. In doing so, please note that you're not alone. As Professor Mani said, the ISB's community is behind you. You'll be joining a vast alumni, 20,000 plus. And in time, this will be your greatest strength. Use it. Reach out, collaborate, and learn from one another. To me, the true ISB advantage is not just the knowledge that you've gained, but the community you're now part of. Together, you have the power to drive meaningful change for India and the world. Congratulations once again to each one of you. I wish you all success in the journey ahead. I'd like to invite at this point in time Mr. Rakesh Bharti Mittal, Chairperson of the Mohali Campus Advisory Board, member of the Executive Board of the Indian School of Business. Rakesh.
Thank you, Madan. A very good morning to all. Let me add my own welcome to our chief guest, Ms. Radha Chauhan. I can only say, I thought I'll say it at the end, but ISB and CBC are partners in progress of this nation, capacity building, and I can assure you that ISB will continue to play that important role, which you and the governments are looking forward to. A warm welcome to your loved ones who are sitting behind. I can see them smiling, very proud that their kith and kin are going to graduate today. Heartiest congratulations to each one of you. You know, I was observing the first batch of few students walked with gusto, and then the pace slowed down. So the only thing I can say is that while I saw that vibrant energy in the beginning, later on the slow pace clearly showed that you don't want to leave the campus. So keep in touch with the campus, keep coming back and back again with the faculty, with the 20,000 plus alums of ISB, because this learning cohort, who are the brightest minds which come to ISB and then sort of get more knowledge, is very hard to find. So you must make use of that. Dean Madan, my colleagues on the dais, faculty, students, more like participants to the AMP programs. Our association started with this campus at the very beginning, almost 15 odd years now. And I have seen this institution grow. And when I say institution, I'm talking of ISB, because ISB is one school with two campuses. My engagement started only when we were one of the 4 founder supporters for the Mohali campus, and I happened to get onto the executive board of the ISB. And right from the first brick by brick, how the campus came up, how we used to come, all of us, hold meetings with the architects, with the structural engineers. So we saw it all. When you come, you see a pakaya, good infrastructure, the best of the institute globally. That's what you see. But there's a lot of hard work and toil which has gone into it. Including, I must compliment the faculty at ISB, who have, with single-minded focus, pushed the level of quality, level of academics to a global platform, to a global stage, where the Indian School of Business is recognized globally and not just in India. Yes, we compete with the best in India as well, but I think this is the badge of honor, Dean Madan, the faculty must feel very proud of that, and thank you and congratulations, Madan, for that. One thing which I have observed, and I'm sure you would have seen as a graduating class, ISB makes sure that they sort of gives you enough space to balance your professional and personal responsibilities while pursuing the advanced management programs in public policy, healthcare, infrastructure, and operations supply chain. And the school is absolutely committed to fostering leaders, not for today, but for the future uncertain times. Because when you come to this institute, you come with expectations. In the 52 weeks which you spend during the time, you go out with expectations, but the world is not that kind. It hits you with uncertainties. And that is where ISB comes in. They prepare you for those uncertainties. Today, I think the biggest thing which is facing us is an animal called AI, artificial intelligence. We don't know what's going to really happen. We see in a way that this is very positive, this is very good, we must all adapt it. Without a doubt, any new technology must be adapted for the good of humanity and the good for the world. My fear is that this is something which is unknown. I don't know, and with conviction I can't say where this technology is going to take us. Some very good things are happening, but to my mind, the younger generations, the youth, is going to miss out on the power of ideation, the power of mind. Today, everything is on the press of a button. You get the information. You want to write a letter, you want to compose a song, you want to make a movie, you want to do a painting. Everything is 10 minutes away. My view is the most strongest thing in a human is the power of the mind. And that is how we have seen technological disruptions happening in the world and across all fields I'm talking about. Because an idea, a spark, inspires you, and then you start walking that journey. Short to medium term, this casualty is going to face the global humanity at large. Yes, the human mind always persevere, will move up, and we'll start see things falling in place, but that is medium to long term. And this is where the academics come in, the people who are in governance come in, because it is their moral responsibility to ensure that we also teach you to use any technological disruption now, whether it's AI, let me say all future technologies, in the most ethical manner. And when I'm using the word ethical, the unethical practices I have already started seeing, and that is my fear, that it is going to create a lot of turmoil. So you need to make sure that when you go out, when you are using the technology, you are using it with the right frame of mind and for the right cause, reason, and for the right purpose. Until AI, all technologies came in to enable our efficiencies, our productivity, improve significantly. AI is one technology which is going to bypass. It will not wait for a command. Not today, probably in few months, few weeks, few years, we will start seeing that. And that's the fear I have. A technology which can take a decision on its own can play havoc. And therefore, it becomes even more responsibility for each one of you stepping out in the world. I'm going to share 3 lessons very quickly. I know I'm running a little behind time, but I think I only get my opportunity twice in a year. I mean, they don't call me very often to come and interact. Transparency, openness is one word, flexibility and adaptability. And that's what I mentioned earlier, to adapt technologies. But as a person, I can tell you, professionalism is on the bedrock of empowerment, transparency, and doing good. Dean Madan just mentioned that. Life is going to throw many challenges. I'm sure you would have seen that. But you need to be curious. You need to be adapting to the new situations. But most importantly, learn and unlearn every single day. Because when you get up in the morning, few inches of the ground has moved under your feet. So you have to keep on running. You have to keep on unlearning the things which were in the past. You can't keep on gloating what we did in the past. And that's one thing which I think industry, academia need to come together. And I see more in the technical universities. The faculty is teaching what they were teaching 30 years ago. I mean, we are out of sync completely, and we are losing time. And I'm just leaving that thought with you, because this is one thing which the governance needs to come and play a big role of bringing industry, academia together. On its own, it's not going to happen, because there are two vested interests pulling in different directions. And I feel pained when I see a COVID-like pandemic. The world universities got billions of dollars for research and developing medicines. India not one, because there is no connect. And there's a problem on both sides. I can discuss offline with you. Telecom has seen bloodbath on the streets. I'm sure all of you are aware, you've seen that. Things are much better. But I can say we survived those storms. We survived those existential crises only on the base of the moral compass, which the Bharati DNA talks about, our customers, our employees, and the society. These are the stakeholders. So we need to look at the entire landscape when you move forward, when you take decisions, when you put pen to the paper, whether you are in the government or in the private sector. So in the end, I can only say, keep rooted, keep yourself grounded, keep connected with ISB. You are the beneficiaries of that, and also the ambassadors of ISB. Wishing you all the very best, and thank you for choosing ISB and come back more and more. Keep on sending more young minds who can come and contribute, participate, and take away larger learnings from schools like the Indian School of Business. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dean and Mr. Mittal. Now to take the ceremony forward, I invite Sujata Kumaraswamy, Executive Director, Academic Programs, to the stage to continue with the next segment.
Thank you, Professor Deepa Mani. Dear students, today it's not just about you, it's also about the people who've supported you along your journey, your parents, your family, your friends, your loved ones. As a small token of your gratitude to all of them, I'll request you all to now stand up, turn around, and give them a very big round of applause. Thank you. I'm Sujata Kumaraswamy. I'm the Executive Director of Academic Programs at ISB. We'll now begin this segment of the graduation ceremony with the Teacher of the Year Awards. The students vote from the respective programs for these awards. I invite our chief guest, Ms. S. Radha Chauhan, Mr. Mittal, and Dean Madan to present the awards to our faculty. We'll start with the faculty who are present here to receive the award. Ready? The Advanced Management Program in Public Policy, class of 2025, has selected Professor Ashwini Chhatre for his course, Evidence in Public Policy, as the Teacher of the Year. Thank you, Professor Chhatre. Unfortunately, the other award-winning faculty members are not here to collect the award due to other professional commitments. However, we would like to call upon them, thank them for their lasting impact. The Advanced Management Program for Healthcare, class of 2025, has selected Professor Piyush Kumar for his course, Marketing Management of Healthcare Organizations, as Teacher of the Year. The Advanced Management Program for Infrastructure, class of 2025, has selected Professor Venkatesh Krishnamurthy for his course, Contract Management, as the Teacher of the Year. The Advanced Management Program in Operations and Supply Chain, class of 2025, has selected Professor Vijaya Sundar for his course, Achieving Operational Excellence, as the Teacher of the Year. We congratulate these outstanding faculty once again, even in their absence. We'll now move on to the Academic Associate of the Year Awards. The Academic Associates play a very important role in our students' learning journey here at ISB. To recognize their contributions, students select the top academic associate for their program who has had the greatest impact during their time here. I'll request the winners to come on stage as I read out their names. May I request the chief guest, Chairperson and Dean to present these awards. Prableen Singh for Advanced Management Program in Healthcare and Advanced Management Program for Infrastructure, class of 2025. Congratulations, Prableen. Thank you. Motika Sinha for Advanced Management Program in Public Policy, class of 2025. Thank you, Motika. Swapnil Soumya for Advanced Management Program for Infrastructure, class of 2025. Thank you. We have two more academic associates who are not available today. I'll read out their names, however. Gagandeep Kaur for Advanced Management Program for Infrastructure, and Vishnu PV for Advanced Management Program in Operations and Supply Chain, class of 2025. I'll request the dignitaries to remain on stage as we proceed to conferment of the certificates for the ISB Academic Awards. You have a set of them to present. So I'll request Ms. Radha Chauhan, Mr. Mittal, and Dean Pilutla to present the awards to the winners of the academic awards. There are 2 awards in each of the programs. We have the Scholar of Excellence Award, which honors the student who ranks first in the graduation class, and the Dean's List, which comprises the top 10% of the graduating class by academic performance. I'll request the award winners to come forward as I call out their names. We'll begin with the Advanced Management Program for Healthcare, class of 2025. The Scholar of Excellence is Kiran Melkote. Kiran is also on the Dean's List. Thank you, Kiran. We'll now confer certificates to the Dean's List of the Advanced Management Program for Healthcare in alphabetical order of their last names. Ananya Biswas. Debashish Mishra, Ramachandran Nandakumar Obuli, and Shilpa Ramesh Ramani. Congratulations. The Scholar of Excellence for the Advanced Management Program in Public Policy, class of 2025, is Sonali Giri. Sonali is also on the Dean's list. The Dean's list for the Advanced Management Program in Public Policy, class of 2025, is Kashyap Koti, Ankita Raman, and Aditya Sharma. We also have Bitan Chattopadhyay, who is on the Dean's list, but he's unable to join us today to collect the award. The Scholar of Excellence for the Advanced Management Program for Infrastructure, class of 2025, is Shubhayu Datta. Shubhayu is also on the Dean's list. The Dean's list has Dikshita Gulgulia, congratulations. We also have Vandit Maheshwari, who's on the Dean's list but is unable to join us today. The Scholar of Excellence for the Advanced Management Program in Operations and Supply Chain, class of 2025, is Aluru Chetan Sai Krishna. He's also on the Dean's list. We're also pleased to announce that Aluru Chetan Sai Krishna will also receive the ISB award for the outstanding AMPOS student. This is a cash award of 1 lakh rupees. This is a commitment that was made by Colonel Rajiv Bhargava, former Senior Associate Director for the Munjal Institute of Global Manufacturing and the Punj Lloyd Institute of Infrastructure Management, and an alumnus of PGP class of 2011. We want to thank Rajiv for the support he has committed to the AMPOS program through this wonderful gesture. Congratulations, Chetan, once again. The Dean's list for the Advanced Management Program in Operations and Supply Chain, class of 2025, comprises Girish Babu Shetty, Radul Shukla. Sai Swaroop SK. And Ishan Vidyarthi. I would like to thank the chief guest, Mr. Mittal, and the Dean for presenting the awards to the award winners. I now request Mr. Mittal and Dean Pilutla to present a memento to felicitate Ms. Radha Chauhan, the Chairperson of the Capacity Building Commission, Government of India. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our chief guest this morning, Ms. Radha Chauhan. Ms. Radha Chauhan is a seasoned civil servant with over 36 years of leadership across public policy, fiscal governance, institutional reform, and digital transformation. She is a 1988 batch IAS officer of the UP cadre, and she's the formal secretary of the Department of Personnel and Training, and the founding CEO of the Government e-Marketplace, the world's largest public procurement portal. She has a demonstrated track record in executive oversight, cross-sectoral policy design, governance modernization, ESG-linked reforms, and stakeholder engagement at national and international levels. She's also recognized for her visionary leadership in India's digital public infrastructure, Aadhaar, e-District, Umang, and the GEM. She's also an architect of Mission Karma Yogi, India's digital HR transformation platform for civil servants. Please join me in welcoming Ms. S. Radha Chauhan to the podium to address the gathering.
Namaskar. Shri Rakesh Bharti Mittal, Dean Madan Pilutla, distinguished faculty members of the ISB community, and most importantly, the graduating participants and their proud families. Indeed, truly a privilege to be here with you all today. Heartiest congratulations to all the graduates of these 4 courses. A momentous occasion, a day that marks both achievement and aspirations. Today, as we celebrate your successful completion of the programs, it's an opportunity to honor the values of learning, leadership, and service that premier institutions like ISB stand for. For me, convocations are not merely ceremonies of conclusion. They are also ceremonies of commencement, where knowledge meets responsibility and ambition meets purpose. Each of you stands today at the threshold of new opportunities, carrying with you the collective wisdom gained through rigorous study, dialogue, and reflection during your journey here. The world of management, as Mr. Mittal also mentioned, is evolving at an unprecedented pace. Rapid and unpredictably disruptive technological changes, the growing integration and disintegration of economies, and the definition of work itself are getting transformed and are defining how leaders must now think and act. Because Mr. Mittal mentioned about how artificial intelligence is so disruptive and it works both ways, I just wanted to mention here, speech मैंने लिखा कि convocation के लिए आ रहे हैं तो I have to really put my mind to it. And then suddenly my daughter said, "Aap kitne ghante, 3 ghante se aap speech likh rahe ho, Mama, why don't you try an AI tool?" So I sort of fed all of this. And the draft speech that came out, I'm so embarrassed to mention here, I was like, okay, AI jitna main soch sakti hu. That is the kind of now challenge that you have, because what it churned out was, of course, better than what I did, but I was almost there. So now instead of AIs assisting us, it's quite possible that they overtake us in what we do, how we think and how we act, and that is a challenge that leaders like you and your cohort will be day in and day out handling in whatever role you essay and whatever responsibility you take on from here. In this very dynamic and challenging landscape, your role is not only to manage, but to adopt to a perennially transformative ecosystem, to anticipate change, to harness innovation, and to build organizations and institutions that are resilient, ethical, and future-ready. Your journey here has prepared you for precisely that, through collaboration, debate, and learning that goes beyond theory. You have experienced what it means to lead with agility and think with empathy. You increasingly realize that true leadership is not exercised through authority, but through your authenticity. Not through control, but through conviction. This is truer and greater challenge for government and public servants, which is so used to working through its rule-based hierarchies, especially my colleagues who are participants in the public policy. They would realize how when the hierarchies are disrupted, leadership faces another level of challenge in managing a team. At this juncture, I would urge you all to situate your professional journey within the larger national vision, the vision of Viksit Bharat at 2047, a developed India that is prosperous, inclusive, and globally influential. Achieving this vision will require leaders who combine managerial excellence with moral courage, leaders who can think strategically, act decisively, and serve selflessly. As management professionals, your contribution to Viksit Bharat lies in creating value, not only economic, but social and institutional values, ethical values. You are called upon to build teams that are inclusive, organizations that are sustainable, and policies that are people-centric. The true measure of your success will not be found merely in profits or positions, but in the impact you create for the citizen and for the nation. In this pursuit, I would also like to emphasize 3 guiding basic stones that have been of great use to me through my journey in public service. You have to lead with clarity of purpose, anchor your decisions in the larger goal of nation building and institutional excellence. I have never seen a leader who works only for self-glory. It's always the team and the purpose that matters and makes a good, successful leader. You have to lead with empathy, recognize that leadership is ultimately about people, their growth, their dignity, and win their trust. And lead with resilience. The path to transformation is never going to be linear. It demands courage, humility, and most of all, perseverance. You have to persevere with a lot of drudgery to reach the milestones that you aspire for. At the Capacity Building Commission, our mission is to create systems and institutional mechanisms that enable lifelong learning for every public servant to build an agile, future-ready public service. The Mission Karmiyogi framework works on the premise that leadership is not a static achievement, but a lifelong discipline, a commitment to continuous learning, self-improvement, and ethical public service. Whether you work in the public or private sphere, the spirit of Karmiyog, of performing one's duty with integrity and purpose, must guide your decisions and define your leadership. As graduates of this distinguished program, you now join a community of leaders who are shaping the future of governance, enterprise, and public policy. Carry forward the ethos of Mission Karmyogi to learn, adapt, and serve as your lifelong purpose. I see a deep resonance between this philosophy and the ISB's approach to management education. These advanced management programs reflect a shared commitment to continuous learning and to strengthening leadership across sectors. This alignment makes today's occasion especially meaningful. I also wish to acknowledge ISB's partnerships with government, public institutions, and especially the Capacity Building Commission in particular. These collaborations demonstrate how academic insight can and should strengthen public administration and policy outcomes. I extend my heartiest congratulations to each of you again. May you go forth with wisdom and humility, with the commitment to excellence and the courage to act. The vision of Viksit Bharat will be realized not in abstract plans, but through the daily work of dedicated professionals like you, who combine competence with character and purpose with passion. Thank you, ISB, for having me here on this momentous occasion and share my thoughts here. Congratulations and best wishes once again to all the graduates here.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your thoughts with our graduating students today. We are really honored to have you with us. Moving on with the program, I'll now invite the valedictorian for the Advanced Management Program for Healthcare, Kiran Melkote, to address his batchmates.
Hello, everybody. Esteemed Dean, revered faculty, proud families, our distinguished guests, and to my brilliant colleagues from the AMPH batch of 2025. It is an immense and humbling honor to stand before you today as valedictorian, representing a class of the most dedicated and driven healthcare professionals that I've ever known. We came to ISB from operating theaters, hospital boardrooms, research labs, and the public health front lines. We already knew the language of patient care, but we came here because we knew that to truly transform healthcare, we needed to learn a new language. And this is the language of strategy, of finance, of operations and marketing. And this program was the bridge for us. We didn't just learn about healthcare organizations, we learned how to build and lead them. And we have been constantly challenged by our world-class faculty. We also debated complex problems of policy and practice, and these debates spilled out of the classrooms and into our group chats. This program taught us to speak the language of strategy and finance with the same fluency that we speak the language of patient care. And the impact of this program isn't a future promise. It's already happening. We see it in our colleagues who have earned significant promotions within their organizations. We see it in our classmate, who's now the VP of marketing for a major medical device company. We see it in our, and we also see it in one more person who has left a renowned lab chain and is now heading a new lab chain. And this program has given us the lens to see the bigger picture and the confidence to step up and lead. Also, this transformation has not just been professional. It was an incredible test of resilience, juggling our careers and families with an intensity that gave us all a strange nostalgia for the good old college days. Those late night group assignments, the severe sleeplessness, which was fueled only by endless coffee from Juju's. Actually,
adapter इसका adapter दो
Our deepest gratitude also goes to the entire administrative backbone of this program, to the teams at the Max Institute of Healthcare Management and the Academic and Student Affairs. Thank you. You were the architects of this journey, and you supported us at every step, managed our campus residencies so seamlessly. And to our dedicated academic associates, especially Prableen, I'd also like to name Chogan and Ashima, who stood by us all the time. You were our guides, you were our troubleshooters, and our partners through those last-minute submissions. Thank you for giving us all the tools to build a better future. So at this point, I'd also like to quote one of my favorite authors. Life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination. What it simply means, see, life comes before death. Death is not the end of life, it's just the conclusion to a life well lived. Strength before weakness. Do not give in to your weakness. Dig down deep, find that mental fortitude to succeed. And journey before destination. Destination is fixed. All of us are reaching there at some time. But it is the journey that matters. That's what teaches us. To our families, thank you for your patience, your sacrifices, and your unwavering belief in us. I would like to personally thank my wife, Stuti, and my son, Anakin, for giving me the time and space to excel. Our gratitude to all our families who made this possible is immeasurable. To my fellow graduates, we entered as leaders, but we leave as visionaries. As a scholar of excellence, I can confidently say that true excellence is the collective potential of this class. We now carry a shared responsibility to go back and build the sustainable, equitable, and innovative healthcare systems that our world so desperately needs. So congratulations, class of 2025. Let's get to work.
Thank you, Kiran. I'll now invite the valedictorian for the Advanced Management Program in Public Policy, Sonali Giri, to address her batchmates.
A very good morning to our distinguished guests on the dais, the revered faculty members, the loving families and friends, and my extraordinary classmates. In a little while, we'll all walk across on the stage, but just taking back a year back, on paper, this year looks like loaded assignments and excruciating deadlines, but in life, it felt like more honest discussions, late night edits, and people showing up for one another. One of my most honest memories last year has been at 1:30 at night, I type final PPT, any views? That came back 3 edit versions and 1 thumbs up. So we didn't glide through, we muddled through wisely. One careful step at a time, quick feedback, adjust, repeat. That disciplined iteration with so much uncertainty is our real certificate that we get today. This AMPPP program didn't hand us answers, it sharpened our questions. We leave here with better questions to ask. It trained us to test evidence before opinion, to think in second-order effects, and to translate intent into sustainable policy. As a scholar of excellence, I'm only a microphone to our collective voice. Our promise is very simple. We will weigh outcomes over optics, progress over perfection. We'll measure twice and decide once. If I need an image for leadership today, I'll not choose a tall tree. I'll choose grass. Ordinary blades with shared roots. Grass gets stepped on, sometimes burned, and yet it returns because the strength lives in the network. This is how a good public policy endures, through ecosystems, not lone heroes. A big, heartfelt thank you to all the faculty members, Professor Anjul, Professor Chhatri, Professor Arushi, and many more, and the Bharati Institute of Public Policy, who believed we could do the hard things. To the TAs and the staff, who made those hard parts look routine, and to the families whose quiet sacrifices over Saturday evenings and Sunday mornings when deadlines collided with life, and to my amazing and fantabulous cohort for your courage and kindness. May we work in the Chardi Kala with our stubborn optimism, especially when no one is watching. Congratulations, everyone. We did it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonali. I'll now invite the valedictorian for the Advanced Management Program for Infrastructure, Shubhayu Datta, to address his batchmates.
A hearty good morning to all, esteemed faculty and distinguished guests, the proud families who are sitting behind, and my fellow graduates, and especially to the class of AMPI there. I would really like to join your hands for a clap for each other and supporting through the journey that we all had together. It's a truly honor to stand before you representing a class of remarkable individuals who managed to juggle between careers, professional commitments, and academic journey that we had. This adventure has been wonderful. Growth is never by mere chance. It is a result of forces working together. Over the past 1 year, these forces, curiosity, collaboration, and perseverance, have defined who we are as the AMPI class of 2025. When we began this program more than a year ago, most of us arrived with decades of professional experience from diverse backgrounds within the infrastructure domain. We were engineers, we were architects, we were leading in real estate and entrepreneurs. Yet the first residency reminded us what it feels like to be students again. Walking into the first time into the classroom after years, we felt a rush of excitement and a mild panic. I hope you all agree with that. As working professionals, the journey was not easy. There was deadlines at work colliding with deadlines of submission here at ISB. A special shout out to all the TAs over here for advocating extension of time for our submission with the professors. A huge thank you to the professors for accepting that request each and every time. Thank you, sir. Professionally, AMPI has been transformative experience. We now see infrastructure not just a technical or a financial or a legal or a technological pursuit, but as a human endeavor, one that shapes lives, economies, future of the country. AMPI helped us to prove that learning truly has no age. I really like to, bring out our class had a father-daughter duo was attending our class. Unfortunately, they could not make it here, but that was Venkat Rao and Mansa Vemori, who is also have been a CR. So growth has no finish line. The experience reminds us that best leaders are lifelong learners and always curious and always evolving. I thank you, sir, for echoing your thoughts today here of learning and unlearning things as we move ahead in our careers. We have sharpened our analytical skills, strengthened our strategic vision for infrastructure, and rediscovered the power of collaboration. Personally, we built resilience, the quiet strength to manage competing priorities with and still deliver our best. We built empathy, learning from diverse perspectives of our peers, and from the professors. Finally, none of this would have been possible without the unwavering support of our faculty. A special thanks to Dr. Chandan Chaudhary and Professor Pratap Sundar for guiding us and assisting us through the Action Learning project, for mentoring us throughout the year, sir. Thank you, sir. A special shout out and thank you goes to our professional colleagues who happens to be a second family. Thanks to them for their patience, encouragement, and faith during this year. To our families for supporting and being our lifeline during this journey. To my fellow classmates of AMPI and fellow graduates from other AMPs, thank you for being such an extraordinary group of people. Your experience, your insight, and humor made every discussion richer and every challenge is lighter. It has been a privilege to learn with and from you. As we move forward, we do so with a renewed purpose and confidence, ready to tackle challenges of our time, from urbanization, sustainability, ESG, and AI, with thoughtful, informed, and human-centric leadership. Later learnings guide us as we continue to build infrastructure with a lasting impact by transforming lives and leading with integrity, purpose, your heart and soul. Thank you, and congratulations to everyone.
Thank you, Shubhayu. I'll now invite the Valedictorian of the Advanced Management Program in Operations and Supply Chain, Aluru Chetan, to address his batchmates.
Before I begin, just a minute. Amma, you can actually roll your camera. We have really good cameramen here who will make sure that he'll get all the speech that I'm speaking here. You can bomb the whole WhatsApp groups of a family once you get that. So just relax, enjoy the speech of your son. Mothers, right? Well, they're our biggest cheerleaders. Now I'd like to thank our chief guest, Ms. Radha Chauhan, Dean, Mr. Madan Pulitla, Chairman, Mr. Rakesh Mittal, faculty members, families, and my dear friends, for joining us on this special day that we've all earned together. To all the AMB students graduating today, there is a common misconception that our hybrid courses are slightly easier than the regular MBA programs. But they forget that, like them, we couldn't step away from life to pursue this. We carried it along. Between board meetings and bedtime stories, aging parents and growing children, we showed up, living 2, sometimes 3 lives at once, and still found the strength to learn, to grow, and to finish what we started. For me, ISB wasn't a detour. It was a deeply personal reset. Growing up in Hyderabad, ISB had always been a quiet dream of global excellence I hoped to fulfill someday. Just when I thought an MBA missed its timing while juggling two of my companies, one of them had a brutal downturn, bringing my real taste of failure first time. Each setback chipped away my confidence, and I stood still buried in endless firefighting while the world moved forward. That's when ISB found me when I was at my lowest and slowly helped me rebuild from within. Through our professors, who weren't just experts in their fields, but brilliant educators, like Pratap sir, who never handed us the right answers, but taught us how to find them. And Chandan sir's real-world simulations showed us that decision-making isn't about perfect answers, but smart trade-offs. Then came my peers. Imagine a classroom where some of them finished their graduation before liberalization of India, and while some of them just finished theirs during COVID. But despite our differences, there was a shared enthusiasm and intellectual camaraderie that felt contagious and electric throughout. And through it all is my family who stood steady. The unwavering cheer of my mother, the quiet courage of my father, winning a long witch hunt against a corrupt state, my wife, who balanced her own studies and my pursuit afloat with patience and grace, and my best friend, who also happens to be my sister, being my voice of reason and support. Somewhere in that journey, between learning, laughing, and living again, I rediscovered my sense of purpose. After a long time, I began to enjoy my work again, believing that my skills could actually build something in value. Since high school, there is this movie called 3 Idiots. It deeply inspired me to pursue mechanical engineering, dreaming to build something original like what Rancho used to do in that. But somewhere along the way, even though I topped the classes, learning for me became more about marks and CV building. Eventually, I became a successful student, but not a great engineer. So when I returned back to school after a decade, when I was joining ISB, I questioned myself, okay, how do you want to approach your MBA this time? Free from the pressure of placements or visa status anymore, I decided to approach this course with complete honesty. Not to be shy, not to just be the best, but to give my best. Without realizing, I ended up living Rancho once again, who said that, do not run behind success. Strive for excellence. Success will chase you automatically. And it did. Every concept, whether professionally relevant or not, was approached with the same curiosity and intensity to gain knowledge for knowledge's sake. And somewhere along the way, success quietly followed. Not in the form of these awards alone, but in the satisfaction of the new skills gained, making me a better entrepreneur and an even better person. That philosophy is what ISB itself embodies. Not chasing temporary wins, but building long-term excellence to integrity and constantly challenging us to rise beyond mediocrity. And in doing so, success followed them naturally. In many ways, ISB didn't teach us how to succeed. It showed us how to deserve success. And as we move ahead, I hope we never forget that difference. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aluru. Okay, we'll now commence the conferment of the certificates to the graduating class of 2025 for all the advanced management programs. We'll start with the students from the advanced management program for healthcare. I'll request Mr. Mittal, Dean Pilutla, and Professor Sarangdev to kindly present the certificates to these students. I'll request the students to come forward as I announce their names. Venkatram Bhaktavachalam. Bindhya Batula. Ashwind Bava. Teja Burla. Sai Lakshman Bharadwaj. Rohan Chaubal. Shashank Dasari. Shashank's not here? Okay. Harpreet Kaur Dhaliwal. Divya Lakshmi G. Sadhika Ganni. Karan Gauri. Saroja Ji. Revati Gaur. Sartaj Grewal. Sandhya Kameshwari. Devpriya M. Saranya Manikaraj. Spurti Nalla. Anuja Parekh Singh. Vinati Paritala. Chirag Kumar Patel. Shashikant PTS. Shivani Punj. Kritika Rao. Purva Raut. Sushma Ravulla. Nitin Reddy. Rusha Roy. Shashanka Kode. Vanshika Garg Shah. Siddharth W.S. Monica Singh. Shruti Soni. Meghna Surapaneni, Srinivasa Tejaswini, Nagaraju Tungapati, and Tipam Bhattacharjee, congratulations to you all. Thank you, Professor Sarang. I'll now request Professor Chhatre to join the dignitaries to give the certificates to the students from the Advanced Management Program in Public Policy, Class of 2025. Naresh Atreya, Navneet Bal, Manav Bansal, Sridhar Bhagavatula, Ashish Chauhan, Irshika Das, Kshitij Dikshit, Durba Gogia, Himanshu Jain, Vrinda Jhingan, Naba Malika Jordar, Mahadevan K, Bavleen Kaur, Solji Kotaram, Anant Kumar, Saravana Kumar, Rohit Malpani, Varunesh Mishra, Zishan Naqvi, Abhishek Parashar, Shravya Pentyala, Vishnu Prasad, Kalyana Sundari R, Shri Nitya Ravi, Raghavendra Pal Singh, Rupinder Singh, Kalakant Singh, Amber Singh, Shailendra Pal Singh, Pratik Bhushan Singh, Sagar Sinkar, Vaibhav Srivastava, Swati Tiwari, and Gunjan Varshne. Thank you, Professor Ashwini. May I request Professor Chandan to join the dignitaries to present the certificates to the students of the Advanced Management Program for Infrastructure, class of 2025. Shri Harsha Arisetti, Deepti Belde, Prabhakar Dhulipudi, Angraj Hazarika, Deepak Jain, Yuvraj Kanade, Ruben Roy Matthew, Shubhankar Nath, Siddhant Pandey, Lakshman Rao, Krushank Shah, Sai Srinivas, Varun Walia, and Apurva Ajay Zope. We'll now move on to the Advanced Management Program in Operations and Supply Chain, class of 2025. Rajat Arora, Bhavya Arora, Aman Singh Bana, Sachin Bharadwaj, Somangshu Bhattacharjee, Prabhasa Bhoi, Dibya Jyoti Bora, Arthur Charles Pinto, Ram Babu Cheni Boina, Shushanto Das, Harshavardhan Ji, Ramdas Ji, Kadirvel S, Nihal Kaul. Neeraj Kumar. Venkatadri M. Venkata N.S. Kumar. Narendra Reddy Chilla. Naresh Nimanna. Pavan Popli. Sai Veena Pratyusha. Vamshi Krishna Malavarapu. Rami Reddy G. Tulsi Rao. Sai Krishna Didugu. Jaswinder Singh Saini. Shaktivel B. Gaurav Kumar Singh. Manish Srivastava. Sailaja Upputuri. And Vijay Veeranna. Thank you, Mr. Mittal, Dean Pilutla, and Professor Chaudhary, and Ms. Radha Chauhan. May I ask you all to settle down? Today marks the culmination of all your hard work and efforts during your time here in the program. We believe that it has been transformational. You've learned from the best faculty and a very diverse set of peers. And we wish you all the very best to confidently face the challenges that life throws at you and make a mark in your own respective fields, bringing pride to yourself, your family, and to your alma mater, the Indian School of Business. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in wishing all the new graduates the very best in their future endeavors. I'll now request Professor Sarang Dev, Professor of Operations Management, Deputy Dean, Faculty and Research, and the Executive Director for the Max Institute of Healthcare Management, to kindly deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. It's still just morning, 3 minutes left. As we close out yet another academic cycle at ISB, let me take a few minutes to express my and our collective gratitude to everyone who helped make this journey happen. Usually we give thanks for the ceremony, but this is not just for the ceremony, it is for the whole journey that's culminating today in this ceremony. To begin with, I think I must thank Ms. Chauhan for finding time to come here. Given the mission of Capacity Building Commission and our mission, especially these 4 programs, we couldn't have hoped for a better chief guest of honor, so thank you so much. Well, so this journey is of 173 of you graduating students across the 4 programs, advanced management programs for healthcare, public policy, manufacturing, and infrastructure. To begin, let me say, to begin, I extend our deepest appreciation for the families and friends of our graduating classes who've been patiently sitting here, some with more patience than others. Your support and encouragement played a crucial role in helping students or participants, whichever way you want to say, focus their efforts on the program, whether on campus or off. And especially your beaming faces today make this occasion even more special. It's really special. Next, I want to thank our faculty, those who are here, but those who are not here too, both resident and visiting. Your dedication and excellence remain the cornerstone of our success. Our students consistently cite our outstanding faculty, their expertise, approachability, and their pedagogical skills as the primary reason for them to choose ISB. So I really thank my colleagues for being the support for these programs. There's a stakeholder group that's not here, I think, in the room. To our alumni, their professional achievements have been crucial in establishing ISB's global reputation, which in turn has helped us attract promising participants and students such as you. But beyond that, many of the alums have been willing to find time to help with various aspects of the programs, from serving on admissions committees and panels to being guest speakers at various occasions during the programs. You know where this is going, right? I'll come to it towards the end. I also want to thank the ISB staff. Words cannot fully capture your contribution towards creating a world-class experience for everyone interacting with the school. Thank you so much. You have deftly balanced the priorities and demands, often competing, of various stakeholders without letting go of the rigor and quality of the academic experience, and also without letting go of the smile on your faces. So thank you so much for doing that hard work. Our sincere thanks also to the various service providers and support staff who ensure smooth daily operations at ISB and allow faculty and students to focus exclusively on academics. So a big round of applause for all the service providers. And finally, to the graduating students, today we celebrate your achievement and future possibilities. You have been a wonderful cohort, and even during your short stays on campus, you have brought your infectious enthusiasm and positivity to it and everyone around you. So a big round of applause. From here onwards, wherever your path leads, I hope that you maintain your connection with ISB. Faculty and staff, such as myself, may come and go, but this institution will always be your home, your alma mater. Please keep that in mind. We look forward to welcoming you often and partaking in your triumphs, as well as supporting you in your trials and tribulations. On behalf of everyone at ISB, I wish you the very best. And I think now I'm also given the very important responsibility. Please, if you can all stand up for the national anthem. Yes, and we've got Kaveri and Ankita, Avantika to help us with this.
Thank you, Professor Sani.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे
भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंग तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Sarang. We have 3 more important things to be completed. First, the graduating class will assemble outside for your respective class photographs. We also have a celebration lunch planned for all of you at the back of the auditorium. And the third most important event to be completed as we near the end of the program is the hat toss ritual. Can I request you all to stand up for the hat toss? On the count of 3, I'll request you all to give out the loudest cheer you can and toss your hats as high as you can. Are you all ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I'll request all the students and guests to remain standing until the Dean leads the procession back.